I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my daily horoscope overview for October the 9th. So there's certainly been a lot happening leading up to this point. A very tricky sort of a month and a lot of challenges that have certainly we've been presented with, and we just got through, or I hope you just got through, the lunar eclipse that was yesterday. And of course the energy of that is still, fairly intense, and there's been a lot of intense things, aspects and planetary interactions leading up to this point. No different today. So we've got the moon is in opposition to Mercury. Mercury is in the sign of Scorpio, so it's pretty intense, and Mercury's retrograde. Okay, just went retrograde on the 5th. It was stationary retrograde on the 4th, and so we're still really in what's called that storm period, which is either side of a retrograde transit, when it's turning either direct or retrograde, and you get that whole upset. My astro pal Eric Francis from Planet Waves, very worth going along and having a look at his work and writings. I love his analogy, and I probably say this every time that Mercury is retrograde. It's like a ferry or a boat going along, and then it sort of wants to turn, and as it turns you get all that like stormy sort of disruption in the water before it starts to go forward again. So that's what the storm's like with the retrograde planet coming in and out of that retrograde turn. Once it gets in, which is like about 5-7 days after the turn, then, and we're leading up to that point, it settles down. But let's not forget, Mercury is still Mercury, so it's still mischievous. There still can be misunderstandings with communication and so on. So with the moon and with an opposition to Mercury today, that can really make things a little bit changeable and emotional. So, and right on after and still in the vibration and the energy of the lunar eclipse and everything that's led up to that. And yesterday, let's not forget, we had a square between Venus and Pluto. So it's still a very emotional time. So, you're really best, if you can, deal with issues that are coming up. Now, I know sometimes if you've got a lot going on in your life and you're dealing with a lot of different issues, then sometimes it's just not the right time, because that last straw on the camel's back can break the camel's back. So if you do feel that you can deal with issues, and we all have issues, no matter how much metaphysical or spiritual work or how, well-adjusted we think we are, during times like this with a lot of disturbance, disruptive planetary activity, it can push your buttons, no matter how well-adjusted you think you are. So if you can deal with it, as I said, go ahead. If it's going to be too much, don't be kind to yourself. Don't put extra pressure on yourself, because you know what? It'll come up again, okay? This is not the only disruptive time in the planetary calendar or life, so it's going to come up again. You get another chance. Now, the other thing that I wanted to, well, not thing, but aspect I wanted to mention today is that the moon is going to trine Pluto. So the moon is in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is about relationships. So if we look at Taurus's ruler here, we bring it back to relationship. Also, that second solar house that Taurus sits in is all about self-worth. So being Pluto, it's like, here's the trigger to get in touch with the real issue. What's the real deep issue at a heart level? Okay, what's really going on? Now, if you don't feel up to actually confronting it and deal with it, try to at least just get some solo time, some meditative time, so you can start to get in touch with it, because knowledge and awareness is the first step of growth and healing. Okay, all right, so have a good day. And I hope everything works out. Don't forget, when you're in chaos, it means your life is changing, and that's a good thing. Bye for now.